Hey friends, happy Sunday, March the 3rd, day 132 of Experiencing God. How have you experienced God today? So today I experienced God through communion. Have you ever been a part of something that was so profound that you had to stop yourself from weeping? That was me today. And so we had communion at church today, and my parents, we go to the same church, and so I usually sit with them, and I did today. It was no different. And we were getting ready to take communion, and for some reason I looked down. And when I looked down, I saw my dad opening my mom's communion cup for her. So we have the communion cups that have like the little wafer on top with the grape juice underneath of that. And so it's like a 2-in-1 kind of thing. Anyway, so I looked down and my dad was opening that for her. And as I looked down, he had just finished opening it and was handing it to her. And when he did that, I heard the Holy Spirit say, "That's what I did for everyone." And it was so profound. And that may not seem profound to you, but it was so profound to me to hear God in that moment, that that's what he did for us. He sent his son for us. He sent his son for the new covenant for us. He sent his son for the blood to be poured out for us. He literally opened the gift, handed the gift to us. There's nothing else for us to do other than to receive it. There was nothing else for my mom to do in that moment other than to receive it. Everything was already done for her. That's how it is with Jesus when we come to him. He did everything for us so that we could have the covenant with him, the blood, the healing, the goodness, the blessing. Did it all for us. All we have to do is receive it. And so when I saw that, I saw it was such a perfect depiction of what Jesus did for us. He opened it up, he prepared it, and he gave it to us. That's what my dad did for my mom today. And if that wasn't enough, when I went to open mine, I pulled the wafer out and it snapped into two and it was still in my hands. And the Holy Spirit said, "I did that because of you. Not just for me, but because of me." Jesus's body was broken for me. It was all I could do not to weep. It was probably the most profound communion I've ever had. It was the perfect depiction of what Jesus did. He unwrapped the perfect gift and got it all the way through completion. Did everything. My dad did everything for her except for she had to receive it herself. We have to receive Jesus ourselves. His body, his wafer, broken in half for me today, was broken for me, was broken because of me, because of my sins. In Luke 22, this is what he said. This is what Jesus said in 19. Jesus took the bread and gave thanks and brake it. And he gave it to them saying, "This is my body, which is given for you. Do this in remembrance of me." It was just the perfect remembrance of him today. He did it all for us. All we have to do is receive. Be thankful and receive. Receive the healing, receive the covenant, receive the blood, receive the mercy, receive the grace, receive the joy, right? Receive the gifts, receive everything Jesus has for us. It was handed to us perfectly, and we just have to receive. I love you guys. Have a great night.